Hey, what's up guys and gals? It's the Tyrant here. Happy Thursday to you and welcome back to my Skulls location walkthrough. Today we are obtaining the 5th skull on my list, and that is Thunderstorm. It's another tricky skull. You're going to first, this is on the mission Evacuation, and you're going to want to first grab this gun goose right here. You have to shoot 5 cones with it, and you have to do it in under 2 minutes. So here's the first cone right over here. Okay. And the next one isn't until the area right before the bridge. Basically, keep in mind, this is like the 3rd mission, I think, what is it called? Not Meridian Station, but, whatever. In reverse. So, you're going to jump down here. You got to do this as quick as possible. Again, you have to get all 5 of these cones in under 2 minutes. When you shoot one successfully, it'll make a grunt birthday party sound, Viva Pinata. So there's the second one right there, right at the foot of the staircase. The 3rd one is on the bridge itself. It is behind the final burnt warthog that you'll come across. It's right over here, right past this little tilt on the bridge. And there it is right there. And number 4 is on a little tower type structure. So we're going to go ahead and shoot that real quick. Now, as you can see, I'm playing on a lower difficulty. You do not need to play this on Legendary. There's number 4 right there. Whoop. Hold on. One more time. There we go. And number 5 is parked right outside of, I guess, a Meridian Colony dropship. It kind of reminds me of an albatross. There we go. There's the final one right there. If you cannot do this in under 2 minutes, that final cone will not show up. You can do this on any difficulty setting. I'm doing it on normal right now, and you can probably see why. I'm getting hammered by this guy right here. But you can do it on easy if you would prefer. Legendary, you could technically do it if you wanted to, but it does make the timing a little bit more difficult. Because not only do you have to shoot all 5 of those cones, you also have to play till the end of the mission, because unfortunately the skull itself does not pop up until the end of the mission, right before you're about to board the Pelican. So, basically, why am I doing this? Why there are already skull guides out there? Why am I doing my own? Well, mine is a little bit different because I'm actually showing you how to get the skulls and where to find them from the beginning of the mission, instead of just showing you a tiny location. Because I'm assuming that most people don't have these missions memorized from start to finish, and so I want to show you how to get there from the very beginning. And I have a little surprise for you guys, but I'm going to wait to reveal that to you until later. But I do need to get through these skull guides quickly. I know it's been a while since I posted the last one. I just wrapped up the weapons guide where you can find all the secret weapons in the game, and this is really the last one in terms of finding secrets for Halo 5 Guardian. So this should wrap up everything pretty nicely, and then I can move on to my next project. So we're going to get through this as quickly as we can. Obviously, this is the area in the mission Evacuation where you have to clear out all the Prometheans before the doors open. The governor is like, oh yeah, I did know about Cortana and her little plan, so that's always good, right? Okay, so I think we almost got this place cleared out. Not quite. So let's see. Get a light rifle, get one of my buddies to pick up that Hydra right there. And we should be in pretty good shape. Now, I will say, even though I picked up the light rifle a second ago, the bolt shot is actually a little bit more useful here, because just inside the door there are several Promethean Watchers, and the bolt shot has a homing capability, and it's very effective when taking out the Watchers. Even more effective than the suppressor, which is fully automatic. So, definitely go this route, regardless of what difficulty that you're on. Actually, you know, if you're a little bit higher up and you want to use the light rifle, that's okay too. I understand if you want to keep a little bit of distance between you and them on Legendary, considering that most of the Promethean weapons have a homing capability, both in your hands and both in the enemy hands. Both in your hands and in the enemy hands. So we're going to take out these guys relatively quickly. And once we do that, the elevator will start to ascend, and we'll have 3 waves of Prometheans that we have to attack. After this, And then we get to the final part of the mission. Okay, so gotta clear these guys out. There's so many of them. Gosh, this is one of the reasons why I'm actually enjoying the squad system, because I have a little bit of help here. But because we have the squad system, we can have larger enemy numbers, making a bigger battle. I know some people don't like the squad system. Personally, I do like it. Most people that I know have wanted larger battles in Halo, so this pretty much works out well. And, you know, it's interesting, too, because one of the things I loved about the original Halo over other first-person shooters is the fact that you had so many allies helping you. I thought that was pretty cool. Not everyone is quite as thrilled, unfortunately. But I like it, so I guess that works out well for me. So we're going to go ahead and get as much ammo as we can. Usually the first wave that pops up, well, I should say before each wave pops up, there's a little exposition that happens between you and the other characters.
How do we get the elevator?
And so we're going to go ahead and switch right here to trigger the ascension.
Got it.
And so there's some dialogue that happens, yada, yada, yada. And then the next wave will pop up. The first wave is pretty easy. It's just some soldiers and crawlers, nothing big. Wave 2 is going to have some captain soldiers. And then wave 3 is just going to be Promethean Knights. So we're just getting ready here. You can always tell when they're about to warp in because little slip space portals will open up and they'll just pop up out of nowhere. So let's see. Once everyone's done talking, we can finally start taking this elevator back. Now, I will tell you that I did this in my legendary walkthrough as well. I highly recommend getting up on this upper ramp level right here. It definitely makes things a little bit easier, makes point of view much better. So you can see everything from up here. Now, that doesn't mean that the soldiers can't actually jump up here or teleport up here, because they can. I found that out the hard way with the Promethean captains during my legendary walkthroughs. So they can do it, but generally speaking, they don't very often. And even if they do, that just basically means since your allies are up there, just make them a prime target, and you should be okay. All right, so I know I'm basically repeating the same thing I did in my legendary walkthrough. So, in terms of the skull itself, since we're on the subject, I don't know if you can die or not. I'm going to assume no, because the way this works is you have to get those cones, again, within 2 minutes of the mission beginning. And after that, you have to go all the way to the end of the mission to collect the skull. So, I would highly recommend playing this on either normal or easy so that you don't die at all. That way you don't have to worry too much. And even the skull itself, even if you don't survive after you get the skull, it's not a big deal. It'll still show up in your inventory. And that is kind of a crucial thing to keep in mind here. Whoop, see, you came to the top. Because once you get to the top level, and you're right near the Pelican, you're on sort of a timer at that point. After the Guardian pulses a certain number of times, the screen will turn white, and it'll basically say that you died. Well, it won't say it, but it'll restart you from the last checkpoint. So, don't be surprised if you don't make it, because you've got to be pretty quick and speedy about it to get the skull and get to the Pelican on time. But, like I said, it really doesn't matter, because once you pick up the skull, that's okay. And you can simply just start at the previous checkpoint, finish the mission if you want to. So, not a big deal. Okay, so that's the first wave is already gone. First and second waves are down, so the last wave at this point is just Promethean Knights. And once we finish those guys, and we're no longer in a holding area, we can finally finish out the mission, climb as quickly as we can that flimsy scaffold, and go ahead and finish this thing off and collect the skull. So, obviously, I'm doing one skull per video, with the exception, of course, of the next mission, because there are 2 skulls, so I'll be doing 2 skulls in that video instead of 1. It seems a little ridiculous for me to do separate videos for it. I mean, I can if you prefer, but I think probably just doing a 2-for-1 deal in that video seems pretty appropriate. So I'm going to finish off this guy. Wow, killed by a bolt shot. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and finish these guys off real quick. Love the incineration cannon. Basically, it's going to be 1 commander and 2 regular knights, or battle wagons, or whatever they're called. I think the battle wagons in this game are pretty much the standard knight as opposed to the ones from Halo 4. I think any that don't carry incineration cannons just carry scatter shots. I've never seen one carry a light rifle or anything like that like they did in Halo 4. They're a little bit more restricted in their weaponry in this particular game as opposed to Halo 4. So we're about to get to the top, and the elevator is going to malfunction, and then we just have to climb the scaffold to get to the Pelican and exit the mission. But not before collecting our skull that we worked hard to obtain via getting those cones shot up. So here we go. Now we're going to see how fast we can get through this. Let's see if I can actually shoot down one of the Phaetons. I've never really done that on this mission before. But I know there's a Spartan laser around here somewhere too. So we're going to go ahead and try to jump up here real quick. Going to jump up to the top. Give these soldiers a taste of their own medicine. Scattershot's a fun weapon, isn't it? So we're going to keep on going. There are lots of routes that you can take to get up here. There's even a route that you can take that, for the most part at least, lets you not have to worry about too many enemies. So that's pretty cool. So you have lots of weapons up here. You've got Hydras, you've got a rocket launcher, you've got a Spartan laser. I'm just going to pick this up real quick. See if I can do any damage with this. The only real downside to the Spartan laser, of course, is the fact that it takes so long to charge. So, I mean, it's not a huge deal. I mean, like I said, I'm mainly using this to try to shoot down the Phaetons. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump up here. Oh. Okay, it's taking way too long to charge. Like, way too long. There we go. Okay. That was a complete waste of a shot for a Spartan laser. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we can do about these Phaetons over here. And I'm doing terrible with the Spartan laser. I've never been a great shot with the Spartan laser, to be honest with you. I'm not much of a sniper type guy, which, even though it's not really a sniper weapon, it kind of feels like one. It's a precision weapon, at least. So, okay, well, that's it then. Let's just go to the top. Because all I have to worry about up there, there's already light rifles and stuff. And we can just sit there and pick off the soldiers and the watchers. Don't even have to worry about anything. We're just gonna sit tight. Got all our soldiers up here, or soldiers, all our Spartans. Yep, Spartans and soldiers. So this is working out pretty well. I'm just gonna pick off these guys. Technically, I could just run past them, but I really don't want to. So, in this game, I sort of just enjoy picking off the enemies when I can. I may feel a little bit differently if I ever decide to play this on Lazo, but for now at least, I'm going to go ahead and go this route. Actually, it's funny I mentioned that because I have done that before, where my first Mythic or Lazo walkthrough for Halo 3, I was basically downing most of the enemies, and then my 2.0 walkthrough, I ended up skipping most of them. And it's funny, people didn't like it when I was skipping because they thought I was cheating, and when I was doing or killing everything, they thought it was boring. So, suck it. Okay, so the skull is actually right out here. It's right when you're about to reach the Pelican, but it's kind of stuck in the ground. You can only see the top of it. So, unfortunately, it's trying to really kind of hold you back. But that's okay. So there's the skull right there. You got to crouch down to pick it up. And there we go. We have the Thunderstorm skull. So if you can try to get to the Pelican before the final blast, and I died. So, no. All right, was not able to do it, but that is the Thunderstorm skull. And as you can see in the main menu right here, I have not collected all the skulls yet because I'm doing this as I go. So you're actually doing this with me. Whenever I'm posting a new video, it's because I'm posting I'm actually collecting the skull for the first time. So I hope this was useful to you if you haven't already found the skull already. And of course, for those of you who don't know, Thunderstorm will raise the ranks of the enemies in the game. So what did you guys think of this? What is the enemy you would fear the most with the Thunderstorm skull activated? You can let me know in the comments below or hit me up on Twitter at MythicTyrant. A link to my Twitter feed can be found in the description below. And if you want to become a premium member of the site and reap lots of rewards and tons of prizes for as little as $1 a month, and to help keep the site going through 2018, don't forget to take a look at my Patreon page as well. Like I said, it's only as little as $1 a month. And of course, we set up our new shop. You can check that out as well. So lots of cool new things, including a wireless keyboard. So definitely check that out. And if you like this video and you want to see more and you want to stay up to date on all your Halo news, tips, tricks, and secrets, don't forget to click that subscribe button for more great content every single day right here on MythicTyrant.com. Thanks so much for watching, guys and gals. I'll catch you all right back here next time. And as always, I'm the Tyrant, signing off.